sure you get the right setup, but sometimes she be killing mad early.
No, she most certainly does. It really is going to come down to just it being kind of an execution test, almost like the NBA All-Star game, like skills test, like just how long can you stay sharp. So it's going to be a testament of time right here. Let's see how it all unfolds. Looks like it's Deathspade, the first one to draw a little bit of blood right there with bullet arts. Of course, not enough to make acola flinch, but definitely something you want to take into consideration, especially as you try to play the long-range game.
Yeah, and acola already with an early parry into a pretty decent punish. You know that he's going to be ready for a lot of this stuff with that dash attack. Sets up, builds up the iron tools, making sure it'll be long-lived. But now this is the combo starter for Deathspade. Barely whiffs that witch twist onto the anvil, but that TNT spells death for Deathspade.
No doubt about it. Again, just kind of closing off the right side of that stage, which is certainly what it's all about. Bayonetta is going to spend quite a bit of time recovering for both good and bad reasons. Sometimes she's stalling. Sometimes she just needs to get her tools in order. No matter what, though, try to put a hitbox there and stop her. Okay, and of course, acola putting a very large and in charge one right there. There's another with the anvil right on top, but the witch twist out of shield. 7-frame up tilt. We're going to the top, baby. That should be enough to do it.
That'll do. Sometimes, you know, when people start with a combo starter off of a punish like that, I'm like, oh, maybe they should have just smash attacked. But that time, Deathspade, he knew what he was doing. He's going all the way. Speaking of all the way up, magma block.
Yeah, the block is indeed hot right there. Ask Lil Wayne about it. Great stuff there. It's looking smooth right now for acola. A bit of a cold start here on Deathspade's side, but let's see how the rest of this match kind of unfolds. Both sides playing very safe around each other because, like you said before, I mean, this is an execution test. You can make one wrong mistake, and the other side can certainly blow you up.
Yeah, and let's see what the combo game looks like. We have 49%. Tried to get a little bit of a DI read, but unfortunately, 53% is pretty good, but it's not as good as that diamond sword.
It's okay to be good, but I need you to be great, said acola. That's the difference between you and I right there in game one. Great stuff. acola going up right there in a pretty definitive way. I do feel like, you know, Deathspade was starting to kind of figure some things out, but unfortunately, too little, too late.
Yep.
You know, acola started out strong, finished even stronger. I got to see some adjustments in game two.
Did acola hit Deathspade with the run it back when acola won?
I think so.
That's crazy.
I think so.
That's crazy. And they do run it back indeed. All right, all right. On to small battlefield. No questions asked here. Once again, starting off with that 0.5% damage. Yep. I mean, it adds up to a degree, but at the same time, we saw what happened the moment acola got a singular opening. It's 60+% on hit.
I mean, that's just kind of the Bayonetta special. Just at that chip damage that you don't even realize you're taking is enough to really whittle away at you. Excuse me.
Girl got a 75% combo of her own, though. She's like, I can do what you can do, Steve. Come on. Hanging off the ledge there, a little flexing. But this is a great start as long as Deathspade can avoid those big combo starters. That up tilt as well as the grab are what we're looking for at these early percents.
Of course, we have the lead. Bayonetta is one of the few characters. I mean, you don't want any character in the game to get the lead on you, but Bayonetta is one that really makes your life a living hell once she gets that lead. She really starts to lead into witch twist out of shield. She becomes, very bats within happy, or, if not, just witch time, especially if it's charged up properly. Ooh. Jesus Christ, acola with the F smash on top of the block and said the damage ain't done just yet. I'm taking so much damage here with this up tilt. If you want to fight up close, let's do it.
Yeah, that was a thirst for blood that I have not seen from acola in quite some time.
Yeah.
He's really like, all right, I'm behind. I'm going to go for some crazy stuff. Steve always has it, but yeah, just a little bit too far away for that witch time to activate on the minecart. So just avoids it, doesn't get a punish. And now 151%. Rod, how are we going to see this kill for Bayo?
I mean, it's a $1 million question. Bayonetta has a lot of ways to put on percent, but when it comes to actually taking stocks, the ways that she opens up. What the heck? I've never seen that before.
Excuse me?
I have. What? Hey, now.
It hit the grab box after it was still active after the witch time came out. That's crazy.
Okay. But yeah, on the top of getting stocks taken, I mean, you could obviously look for a witch twist into something, but I think this stock's going to be taken just maybe off of an up tilt back air.
No, come on.
Down a butterfly off the mark. Standing jab, going to get it done. Not the quickest jab in the world, but once you're in it, you're in it.
Yeah, it's like, what, frame 9, I think?
Yeah, it's a very, very slow jab, but, dude, I mean, once you get caught in her web in the corner, you're cooked.
All right, though, up a stock now. Let's see how Deathspade works with this lead. You said it's really hard to play from behind against Bayonetta, but Steve is the king of basically everything, man. He's got comebacks in spades. Man, already starting off with a grab. Nothing coming out of that except for this setup of the L. Let's look for some edge guard situations. Just a back air in center stage does the trick, Rod.
Yeah, and kind of just forcing Deathspade out of position right there, and for good reason. You put the block in a corner, forcing to go for the neutral get up. Now the blocks are so high, she has to jump. Jumping is not the worst thing in the world for Bayonetta to do, but when she's being forced to jump, that's a different story. So
Yeah.
forcing her out of position right there is really smart on Acola's side.
Yeah, you really want to be careful about how you engage Steve in the air-to-airs. The back air is just an absolute disaster to be hit by.
Yeah.
So much damage, so much kill power, especially with the diamond tools on deck. But, all right, a lot of times we've seen a relative combo starter not really coming out anything more than that starter. I feel like Deathspade has been just a little bit too careful in these situations when it looks like he could certainly extend it.
Well, let's see how it all unfolds. I mean, again, it just feels like, again, you're getting these smash attack setups, which are very difficult to do with Bayonetta. As somebody who doesn't play the character, I feel like I'm very poised and practiced in giving that statement. But, you know, in all jokes aside, I mean, the F smash setups are not the easiest thing in the world to set up. So Deathspade, of course, making it look very easy, but just whiffing ever so slightly. Acola, of course, still maintaining his lead in a very definitive way.
Yeah, I mean, that starter looked really good for Acola. Just got a 31% out of it, though. And let's see how Deathspade is going to try to wrap up the stock. Last time it was taken to the logical conclusion of a jab eventually. But, I mean, this is something where you need to find it soon because Acola is not slowing down at all. Has built up, I guess, a pretty small resource bar because has been refusing to use the diamond tools, and for good reason. Did not want to go without them on the final stock, so now builds up the diamond tools, but has almost no resources to speak of other than that.
Yeah, I mean, resource manageability is kind of key with a character like Steve. I mean, really a lot of characters that are kind of set up based like this, but definitely Steve. As you can see right here,
Yep.
I got the diamonds on deck, gold around my neck. It's not looking good for you, man. You need to show me some respect. Great stuff right there on Acola's side. Deathspade again, figuring it out, but just at the 11th hour, it's Acola who rises, man.
Yeah, multiple times we saw super early stocks. That forward air off of the minecart release, it's just really easy to get an early stock against a character like Bayonetta who's quite light.
Yeah.
So just, I mean, it felt like Deathspade had the answer for the minecart with the witch time multiple times, but then later in the set, he just got caught at the wrong place, wrong time. So many chances for Acola, and eventually one of them's going to pan out.
Well, let's see how this one pans out right here for both opponents. It's game number 3, and again, this is top 128. So this is where a lot of your favorite players are going to start to meet in bracket. And unfortunately, one of them are going to have to fall down to that loser side of bracket. So let's see how it all unfolds. Again, the throw right into the down air, looking really good. Or right into the forward air, excuse me.
Yeah, actually really good SDI there from Deathspade. A lot of times that will end up with a much larger combo, but SDI'd a lot of the pieces of it, so was able to get out relatively unscathed with only 40%.
Oh, my Lord, Jesus. On the opposite side, man, a plethora of percent has been put on board right here. Acola certainly knows what they're doing. Up tilt, doesn't go for the backer here this time. A little off the mark with the witch twist, but not enough landing lag there. Yes, for those who don't know, the more stuff Bayonetta does in the air on her way down, there is quite a bit of landing lag on board, so Acola couldn't quite read it. Good stuff right there on Deathspade to keep it ambiguous.
Yep, now setting up in the corner. Once again, it feels like so difficult for Bayo to actually destroy these walls, especially when they're mostly stone. Like these walls take like 5-6 hits for Bayo to kill. So she gives Steve a heck of a lot of time to mine up those diamonds. We see the first one is here, but he's probably not going to build it up right away because he still has that iron tool mostly healthy, and he's going to want to save it just in case he dies.
You want to definitely keep that one in your pocket for sure. Deathspade trying to run those pockets right now, and that's the tricky part of this whole matchup. Both sides showing each other a lot of respect, but of course, the longer you disengage from Acola, the more dangerous he becomes. There it is.
Okay, let's see. Off the top, not going to quite get the kill, but still racked up a 100%. Definitely needs that and actually catches it in an untechable back air on the wall, but it's not going to matter because Acola comes down with a back air, and despite the lead from Deathspade, Acola is the one who gets the kill first.
That's right. A lot of percent put on board. I kind of talked about this in the beginning of game number 1. Bayonetta, I mean, no short on options when it comes to putting on percent, but getting stocks taken, she can definitely get the job done, but it's going to be a difficult job. Same can't be said for Acola, though. Set it up right there in the marriage way. Couldn't quite get the stock taken, but message definitely sent. You're not safe off stage.
Yeah, a lot of characters are dying there. Bayo, luckily for Deathspade, has a great recovery to be able to come back from all of that. But let's see how this second stock goes. Did save the diamond for this one, so going to have that powered up resource ready to go, Rod.
Oh, no doubt about it. Looking powered up, looking charged up, if you will. Love that. Afterburner kick right on shield. You know, one thing I've grown to love about both of these two players in the neutral is that they don't mind just breaking away and resetting. Obviously, some players at this level play just want to hold forward, but both sides are so poised and they just know well enough, hey, it's not about holding forward. Sometimes I do need to reset. I need to get my stuff in order right here in acola, and I'm reset and I am ready to get these stocks taken. It's looking good right now. Down tilt, up tilt.
Oh yeah, tons of damage being racked up now. This is really the onus is on Deathspade to make something happen soon. But acola been beaten up so much that his pickaxe broke.
Man, look like Vega in Street Fighter, man. Like my weaponry done broke mid game. Up throw and nice, just narrowly escaping the anvil. Great situational awareness here. Of course, acola just running up and holding shield, knowing something aggressive on the way. Smart on Deathspade to go for the second part of the sliding heel kick. But even smarter right there in acola to drop the anvil right on top of Deathspade, concluding this in a 3-0 victory.
Yup, and there we go. 3-0 from acola. That's interesting. I thought you couldn't go for the second part of the sliding heel kick if you hit it on shield. But I think because it was on parry, maybe you're able to go for the second hit.
I think
it's
so.
Interesting.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah,
well,
great stuff right there from those two talented players. Deathspade, of course, I mean, definitely playing their heart out, and of course, always putting the Midwest on their back. But when it's all said and done, acola, one of the best to ever do it for a reason, of course.
That's a tough draw. I mean, you got to play somebody good, somebody like at that level eventually if you keep winning. So,
yep.
Deathspade going to be in that losers bracket, but I'm sure they got a lot of time to keep going on and keep showing off the Midwest.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It feels like the Midwest is definitely leveling up in a major way. I mean,